it's clear. You and I both know. You and I both know that you know that I know that you need to walk away. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to do another like how-to or like just advice video, but this one's a little bit more on like the low vibrational area. So I feel like this is very important because we know all the different love languages, but one of the love languages that I feel like that should be more validated is digital love. We are in the era where we use social media, where digital things are very prevalent in our lives. So that's another way to show that you care about somebody. So like, why is it not validated? If he doesn't post you because, I'm reading my notes. If he doesn't post you because he likes to keep things private, meanwhile he's spamming his every single whereabout, when he leaves, when he leaves the house to go to work, when he gets home to go to work, when he's always with his mans, what he's wearing, every little thing he's feeling, that man doesn't, it's not that he wants to keep things private, he just don't, he wants to keep you private. 9 times out of 10 it's because he's saving somebody else's feelings. I'ma just be so blunt. There are different factors, like, you know, some people believe in evil eye, whatever the case is, but like, BFFR. You mean to tell me you can post every single thing, your damn zip code is on the internet, but you can't post a picture of your girl? BFFR. Be so FFR. Yeah, so if he ever tried to invalidate your feelings about that, goodbye. I had somebody, for example, this is my first serious relationship. It was his birthday. I did a whole little birthday shout out. This man went as far as to, if you know Instagram, then you know, like, hold the screen on Instagram on my story, screenshot it so that my @ was not in the post, and then posted on his story this to show that I said birthday. Like, he did not want my @ being shown. It was very weird. And another thing, if they're moving very much single on their social media accounts, be so FFR. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna really read them for fifth today, but I need some water. Next point. Everything you asked and every love language of yours you've communicated, he puts barely or minimal effort to meet those needs, literally neglecting your needs and how you wish to be loved. And sometimes they withhold it on purpose. No, you're not asking too much when you ask for quality time. Like, I feel like, communicate your love languages, communicate your needs from the jump. That's what you should be doing in the talking stage before you even become in a relationship with somebody. Communicate those things, and sometimes they will bamboozle you and show you that they are attending to your love language, attending to your needs. Now, don't expect them to like stop their whole life to revolve around you. That's not what I'm saying at all. But everybody has needs, and sometimes they'll beswindle you and tend to those needs at first, and then very quickly it'll stop. And if you find yourself keep asking for something like that is your love language or just your emotional need, and he or she is not meeting those requirements, literally don't put any effort. You be like, babe, let's go on a date, and they keep being like, okay, and then next week, and next week, next week, next week, next week, goodbye. He don't care. Like, literally, it's very simple. When somebody, he or she don't care, when somebody wants you, they're gonna move mountains to make you feel love. Please be so FFR. When your partner starts isolating you from your friends or the thing you know as life within itself. Yes, I know we sometimes have to like negotiate parts of ourselves, or maybe like, you know, leave bad habits behind, or whatever the case is. When you have a partner, for example, like you may have a strict schedule, but once you have a partner introduced into your life, you have to rework your schedule around to make time for your partner, whatever the case is. But it's like, it's not healthy anyway to revolve your whole world around your partner. And like another thing, this also involves like trying to change your partner. And this is one thing I tried to learn. I had to learn. Yes, sometimes you try to change your partner, try to teach them new habits, or better habits, whatever the case, especially when you know your partner is self-destructing. You cannot change your partner, point blank period. They need to change within themselves. They need to change within themselves, for themselves, and that's that. You can't change them. Just walk away. There's somebody for everybody. Simple as that. That's not your person. Being in a relationship, I've lost like the little things that made me happy. Like for example, I used to like doing my makeup just for fun, and very quickly I stopped doing it. Like now you see me very consistent with like makeup tutorials on my Instagram, but I used to do little makeup tutorials on YouTube, and I think I'll post like once every few months. I was very discouraged because he wouldn't on purpose, but the way he would act would make me feel very ugly when I put makeup on, or just don't care. Another example, every time I planned a girls' night, I would let that person know in advance, and he would like throw a whole tantrum because I didn't want to be glued on the phone. Keep in mind it was long distance because I'm back and forth in school, but which is understandable, but it's just like I would be punished with the silent treatment. And that's triggering for some people. Like if you feel like it's like little things like that, then you start to be like, oh, okay, well, because I planned a night out with my friends and my partner didn't like it, now they're gonna ignore me every time I try to text them, whatever the case is. That starts to condition you to not want to spend time with your friends anymore, because there's like, and they do it in a subtle way where they don't have to tell you don't hang out with your friend. It's very subtle. They'll start to punish you psychologically, and then they'll make you not want to do those things anymore so you don't get punished. That is like, for me, emotional abuse. Another point, when they try to tell you what to wear, I do believe there's a level of respect for, not even just for your partner. Like people are, oh, respect your partner, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Anyway, growing up, I was taught to respect myself and my parents. That's number one. Like that's how you know people put their relationships before themselves too much. The fact that the first thing that comes to your mind when somebody is wearing something is, oh, respect your partner. Yeah, whatever, like yeah, take that into consideration, but the first thing that should really come to your mind is respecting yourself and your family, then your partner. Like please go ahead. Wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. Wear whatever that makes you happy. People are different. I grew up in a certain family that certain things might not be okay. You might grow up in a family that certain things are okay. It don't matter. I personally feel if your parents aren't tripping, you shouldn't be tripping. It's giving weird and obsessive. Like, run for the hills. At the end of the day, wear whatever you feel beautiful in. There is someone for everyone who will understand your choices. And another reason why I'm very adamant on this is the age where most of you that's watching my videos are in your teenage years to 20s, and all the way up to your 20s. I would hope so. We're at the age where we're just now figuring out who we are, what we like to dress, like how we like to dress. There's days I'm still figuring out who I am in my style. There's days where I want to dress like a Bratz doll, and there's days I want to dress super preppy, classy, and there's days I just want to dress in like something chill. Like we're still figuring ourselves out, and I think it's so damaging at this age when somebody tries to tell you from a partner, not even your parent, a partner, don't wear this, don't wear this. Who are you? You didn't buy the clothes for me. It's so damaging because you lose yourself. Like, that was so damaging. And I think for me personally, for a long time, like you should have seen how I dressed. It was so bad. Like, I didn't know how to dress at one point. I would wear t-shirts and sweatpants. Like, what is that? Like, nothing wrong with it, but like every day, all day, girl, you need Jesus. You know, it was so prevalent, like it was so obvious, because during that whole period, I was mostly wearing black. I was so convinced that all I wanted to wear was black. And as soon as I left that relationship, I'm literally, you find all this color in my closet now that was not there before. Another point that I think is very important, when your family doesn't agree. Now, I know sometimes some family members overstep their boundaries. That is very true for a lot of people. And sometimes they try to live their lives through you, especially when they already have a specific preference or ideology of what type of partner they want you to date. When you grow up into your own person. You realize you have your own preference. But when you know your family is genuine and you know they just feel that you deserve better, believe them. Love makes us blind, and we can't see clearly what others can see in broad daylight, especially when your friends are concerned for you too. Sometimes your teachers might show concern because you just look so drained, like you're just not yourself. It's just very obvious to everybody but you. And I know you'll try to make excuses sometimes, like, oh, my friends are just jealous. I mean, no, babe. Well, that is true sometimes. Sometimes friends don't, or have never been in a relationship or whatever case, so they might envy you, so they might try to, or their relationship is just as bad, so they're trying to end yours. But you know, if your friends are genuine and you know that they genuinely care about you, listen, like, that's not the case all the time. Don't use that excuse all the time. I think we both know what type of friends would be jealous of you and what would not. Like, another good point, when your body doesn't agree with it, and I'm talking about spiritually, your body will literally send out signals to you when a person, not even just a partner, like friend, is not for you. I'm talking about anxiety, depression, all that. I have background reasons why, but specifically notice when I let go of my person, my anxiety has went from, I used to be like, my anxiety was a 12 out of 10 almost every day. My anxiety has went down to like a 0. And I remember bragging about it on the phone, like, oh my gosh, friend, remember all them times I told you I had really bad anxiety? It just went down to a 0, and for a long period of time. Now, it is normal to have to be anxious about certain things, like, for example, like being anxious about a test, or, you know, being anxious about a job interview. But when you're constantly having anxiety because of a person, friend, partner, whatever, that's your body telling you that you do not feel at peace when you're with that person. I used to wake up every night from anxiety attacks. Just, it's really bad. Like, your body will tell you. Another point is letting friends disrespect you. Now, it's really self-explanatory. If he allows his friends to talk bad about you, that's because 9 times out of 10 he's filling the friend's ear about you. Like, you will be surprised. Men will dog you out just like women, okay? Demonize your whole character. And sometimes they'll do it during the relationship. You think it happens after the relationship when they start lying on you? No, it's during the relationship. It's preparation, especially when they know that you're a good person and everybody love you. They start trying to demonize your character so that when they dump you or you leave, it looks like you're the bad person. Ever peep in a lot of toxic relationships, the woman always looks crazy. And this applies for men too. There are men who gets dog walked by women. Like, it's so bad. Last but not at all least, when God doesn't agree with it. Like, I remember 2 times in my relationship over the period of the years we were together that I prayed to God to show me if this was the person for me. Oh, please. God showed me in each dream that I literally prayed for that I was married to this person and extremely unhappy, depressed, and the family was against me. It was bad. Like, God will show you. If you ask, you literally shall receive. Even it goes for friends. God will show you, bro. God will show you. God is literally the way. You know how many times I asked God to settle my heart from when I had anxiety and he brought me peace? Please, God will show you. That's really the best thing. Forget this entire video. If you pray tonight and say, God, show me if this person's for me, watch he give you an answer better than I ever could. Okay? Remember, while you're lowering your standards for that person, they're using you to raise theirs. And if you're watching this video, it's clear you and I both know, that you know that I know that you need to walk away. Otherwise you wouldn't have clicked this video. And if you have a friend that needs to walk away, send them this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and leave your comments down below, and let me know any different topics you would like to discuss. Given that the new year is coming up, I'm going to keep making videos on how to make better decisions, whatever the case is, elevate you, just any advice that I wish I had, so we can walk into this new year better people together, period. Bye guys.